Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, CCX here, and welcome back to the Mega Man Extravaganza. In the year of 2000X, a super robot named Mega Man was created by Dr. Light. I don't know why it says it like that. To stop the evil desires of Dr. Wily. However, after his defeat, Dr. Wily created 8 personal robot masters of his own to counter our dear Mega Man. I decided to just read it myself because, to be perfectly honest, the writing is very NES, and what I mean by that, it's dated. But anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Mega Man 2 for the NES. Yes, I don't know why you guys are surprised by that. Mega Man 2 is the sequel to Mega Man 1. You mean that it's not? You mean that it's supposed to not be? But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Anyways, the thing that what Mega Man 2 ends up doing is that it almost changes a lot of the formula from Mega Man 1, aside from the fact that we now have normal and difficulty, or difficult, I should say. In the Japanese version of Rockman 2, the normal difficulty is difficult. What does difficult do, however? It only changes the health of the Robot Masters and, you know, also how much damage Mega Man's Mega Buster can do. And now we also got ourselves a password system. And here are our 8 Robot Masters. Not 6, 8. We got Airman, Quickman, Woodman, Crashman, Clashman in other translations, Flashman, Metalman, Heatman, and Bubbleman. The first Robot Master we're going to take on is Airman, but in all honesty, you can kind of take on Flashman or Airman, or you can take on Metalman. Get into more detail on Metalman's shenanigans later. But anyways, the soundtrack of Mega Man 1 ends up becoming a heightened definition of what Mega Man has to offer, and, you know, it being a quote-unquote rock genre, because it's actually really not. Funny enough, it actually does not get into that kind of instrument until Mega Man X. I should more so say Mega Man X3 in particular, and to be honest, the guitar for that is just terrible. But it doesn't get into the rock segment until Mega Man X4, if I have to say, because that's when the soundtrack becomes mwah, beautiful. Don't get me wrong, Mega Man X1 also still has a very fantastic soundtrack. Mega Man 2, it's alright, but what are you gonna do? But anyways, we're not in the X series right now, we're in the Mega Man series. We're taking on Airman here, and this basically, you are, ignore that sound, you are basically traveling through platforms and suspended in midair. Well, not suspended, you're basically jumping from platform to platform and making sure that you don't fall off. Airman is pretty interesting. He's not really most people's favorite robot master to go after. In fact, the Japanese version likes to say that he is the hardest, with the parody song that they end up making, How Can I Cannot Beat Airman, or How Can Beat Airman, or Airman and it's unbeatable or something or whatever. The music that ends up literally saying, oh no, Airman is so powerful, but in all honesty, he really is not. He's pathetically easy. Even though I've heard that the Japanese version of Airman is slightly harder, but I don't know. Anyways, these birds and these non-prototype airmen like to blow you away, and the birds will go ahead and break eggs and send little tiny birds after you. Funny enough, those little tiny birds are very useful in grinding for a lot of health. Because the thing about Mega Man 2, for some strange reason, which they stopped, is that they give you a lot of energy and a lot of health. A lot of energy, health, and also vice versa. It's very weird. Anyways, I'm gonna spoil here. I die because apparently, as I've said before, these are not expertise games. If you guys want an expertise game, you are looking in the wrong section. I'm pathetic at these games, but anyways, we're just gonna ignore that death and pretend that that never happened. Now, you probably will say, why didn't you just cut? Because what's the point of cutting? You guys would have figured out that I cut, and it would have been really, really pointless. Anyways, what you want to do is that every time Airman sends his tornadoes in a random pattern, they will go ahead and he will blow them towards you. Trying to jump trying to jump and move at the same time is almost impossible, so don't do that. Making contact with Airman is a lot more damaging than making contact with his air shooter, which is the ability that we're going to get, which is wonderful. And this is the get a weapon screen, because people end up finding out that in Mega Man 1, we weren't able to figure out how to utilize the power, or how do we obtain the power. They decided to have a intermission screen that ends up saying, hey, you got this weapon. Get your weapon ready, and all that other stuff. So anyways, we got ourselves air shooter. And now we can blow air that's go ahead and shoots upwards. I don't know why, it doesn't make any sense, but yeah, that's what air shooter does. It shoots upwards in whatever direction Mega Man is shooting. The person who is weak to Airman will be Crash Man, but I'm gonna go after Flash Man because he is also a candidate for first Robot Masters to face against. Flashman's area is pretty interesting. In fact, it has ice physics, which is annoying. Ice physics in Mega Man has never been good in any of them, to be honest. We have already gotten our taste of feel with friggin' Iceman. I mean, look at this. Every time I get shot, Mega Man just goes back, and it's like, really? That's so annoying. So to be able to get yourself a proper momentum going, or to stop your momentum, is by jumping. And that's really all you can really do. I could have taken the bottom path, but I was stupid. Those blocks there can only be destroyed by Crash Man's Crash Bomber, but we don't have that capabilities. We don't have that ability yet, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait. Also, these blocks are important. Be sure to remember them because they might come into play later on. Call it a hunch. These are Joe Walkers. They end up having two phases, their Walker form and their JoJo form. They're JoJo? Yeah, JoJo. When you take care of their walkers, they'll become regular Sniper Joe guys, and you have to take care of them. The air shooter makes quick work of them, thank God. But other than that, you still have to take care of the Joe, which is by far the most annoying monster. The bad guy. What you want to do, you actually want to jump, not from where I jumped, you want to jump from the other place. But I got myself a free life, so that's cool. So basically, that life that I lost against Airman was completely pointless. Hopefully, I don't lose my life against Flash Man. Spoiler alert, I do, because you can see my health. It's really not that great. I thought I could try to do something, but then I was like, oh, damn it. And over there, as you see there, is an E-Tank. E-Tanks are new to Mega Man. E-Tanks essentially are your insurance. You go ahead and have your life becoming low, go to the pause menu, activate your E-Tank, and bada boom. Anyways, there was no point in trying because Flashman has the capabilities of stopping time with his weapon called the Flash Stopper. Flash Stopper, you know, it's an alright ability. It's not interesting, to be honest, because all it does is just stop time and that's it. I mean, it's probably one of the least favorable weapons. I mean, look how fast he goes down with the Mega Buster. That's just beautiful. So yeah, you can go at the Flashman first. I mean, considering the fact that you get yourself an E-Tank, and, you know, there's like many times you can be able to get yourself something to be able to keep you going. He's not the only Robot Master that ends up giving you a free E-Tank. Metal Man stage also gives you a free E-Tank as well. In fact, you kind of want to be sure to keep those E-Tanks in check because Mega Man 2 has a limited amount, meaning, well, you can only carry a limited amount. You can only have 4. In Mega Man 3 and onwards, they would, well, except for 7, and 8 doesn't have any, but in 7, they revert back to 4. In 3, 4, 5, 6, I think they can stack up to 9. I know in Mega Man 3 they can stack up to 9, but I'm not entirely sure for 4, 5, and 6. Also, I completely forgot about Mega Man 7 to talk about that. I don't know why I didn't talk about it. See? And I got myself another life. Booyah! Anyways, this is Crash Man stage, before I go into more detail on Mega Man 7. When I was mentioning the subsequential Mega Man games, I forgot Mega Man 7. I don't know why I forgot Mega Man 7. I guess because this different art style kind of made me forget it. But Mega Man 7 does put back the energy tank system, and it also ends up having... It has very wonderful music. It's actually the first time we go to 16-bit with Mega Man, and... You know, it's a shame, too, because I kind of would have appreciated if they stuck with the art style for Mega Man 8, but they just went back to 8-bit once we got to Mega Man 9 and 10, which, you know, I mean, it got rid of the flickering, though, so that's good. I love this song, by the way. It's so perfect to just shoot, and just to the music, it's just awesome. That's totally what I'm doing right now. I'm an idiot. Anyways, this enemy here that we're gonna run into, we could have ran into him in Flashbang stage, but we avoided him. He takes 2 shots in difficult mode and 1 shot in normal mode. So, you know, normal mode is basically the easy mode of the stage. This here is basically like a recreation of Electman stage where you're climbing up a very annoying tower. I gotta say though, I think in every Mega Man game they usually have this, because I think in what's his name? Junkman, I think you're doing that, where you're climbing up vertically, and it's really not that interesting. In this section here, you kinda wanna use the Flash Stopper, because this section is gonna have a bunch of enemies bombarding you with a lot of attacks, especially the birds specifically. So I activate the Flash Stopper, and don't worry, Crash Man is not weak to Flash Stopper. That's for another Robot Master. But what you want to do is you want to just use the Flash Stopper so you can be able to avoid the birds. And here's ourselves an E-Tank, which I don't end up using because I don't really need it. Alright, so I should go into detail what item 2 and 3 does. Item 2 and 3 and 1 are basically, I would say, prototypes to a particular mechanical companion that we'll be getting in Mega Man 3. Let's say 2, wow. But, yes, they are basically prototype versions of that mechanical companion. Who's that mechanical companion, you say? We'll go into more detail with that guy later. For now, let's take on Crash Man, who can get one-shotted by Airman's air shooter if you end up shooting it in the right direction. Sadly, I do not because I suck. Come on, Mega Man. And hit him again. He actually takes 3 shots of air shooter to get killed. I think he probably takes 2 shots in normal difficulty, but I wouldn't know because we're trying to, you know, be good. We're trying to be good? Yeah, we're trying to be good. Good at the game. But anyways, guys, that is the end of this episode of Mega Man 2. In the next episode, we'll be taking on the next few Robot Masters of BCCX, and I'll see you guys next time. Laters!